Why intelligent people prefer to be alone. Have you ever noticed? The most intelligent person in the room is usually the quietest. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're not fighting for attention. And strangely, they're often alone. But here's the truth. No one talks about highly intelligent people don't isolate themselves because they hate people. They isolate themselves because they see too much. Intelligence changes the way you experience the world. It makes small talk exhausting. It makes fake smiles obvious. It makes shallow conversations unbearable. And over time, you begin to prefer silence over noise. 1. They think in depth, not in surface. Most people communicate on the surface, weather trends, gossip, complaints. But intelligent minds don't stop there. They question motives. They analyze patterns. They see contradictions. While others are enjoying the conversation, they're studying it. And when your mind constantly goes deeper than everyone else's, it becomes lonely. Because depth is rare. And rare things don't gather in crowds. They get too much going on in their head. An intelligent brain doesn't turn off. It processes everything. Tone changes. Body language, hidden tension, unspoken insecurity. Social environments aren't just conversations for them. They're data fields, and too much data becomes exhausting. That's why, after a social event, the smartest person often disappears. Not because they but because their mind needs silence to recover. They value meaning over approval. Most people fear being alone. Intelligent people fear being surrounded by the wrong people. They don't chase validation. They don't perform for applause. They don't adjust their personality to fit the room. If the conversation lacks depth, they withdraw. If the connection feels artificial, they detach because they would rather sit alone with their thoughts than dilute themselves for company. And that kind of independence is misunderstood. They see through social masks. Here's something uncomfortable. Highly intelligent individuals quickly notice inconsistency. They see when someone is pretending, they detect manipulation. They sense insecurity hidden behind confidence. And once you see behind the mask, it's hard to enjoy the performance. That awareness creates distance. Not arrogance, distance. Because when you really get why people act the way they do, you stop letting it bother you. You just watch instead, and people who just watch usually don't end up as the life of the party. They need time alone to grow. Being alone isn't the same as being empty. For smart minds, being alone is like stretching out. It's where ideas come together. It's where creativity grows. It's where they understand themselves better. While others fill quiet time with noise, they use quiet time as fuel. Because in the silence, their mind gets to work. History shows us a pattern. The deepest thinkers, philosophers, creators, all spent a lot of time by themselves, not because no one wanted them around, but because growing takes space. The people and places around them start to feel too small. Smart people grow fast. They question what they believe. They ask why things are the way they are. They change how they see things. But most places and people don't. Friend groups stay the same. Conversations get old. Ways of thinking get stuck. And when you grow on the inside faster than the world around you, you naturally start to pull away. It's not about being better than others. It's about fitting who you are. You can't keep making your mind smaller just to feel comfortable. They know themselves really well. Here's the biggest reason. Smart people know who they are. They know what they're not good at. They know what they're good at. They know what pushes their buttons, and because they know themselves, they are careful with their energy, careful with who they trust, careful with their time. They aren't scared of being by themselves. They are scared of wasting themselves on the wrong things. But let's be clear, liking your own company doesn't mean you can't talk to people. It doesn't mean you're sad. It doesn't mean you think you're better. It means you are in control. You can enjoy being with yourself. without always needing something to do. And that is rare, because most people use noise to run from themselves. Smart people sit with themselves and grow. So, if you often find yourself alone, if crowds wear you out, if small talk feels like a waste, if you feel like your mind works differently, maybe it's not that you're left out. Maybe it's that you're leveling up. The world often thinks being quiet means being weak, but sometimes being quiet just means you're a mind that doesn't need a pat on the back to feel good enough. And here's the thing: the higher your thoughts go, the fewer people you'll find to share them with. But that doesn't mean you'll be alone forever. It just means your circle will be smaller but stronger. Because smart people aren't looking for attention. They're looking for what fits. And finding what fits is rare. So being alone isn't about missing people. It's about finding depth